I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Uh-oh. Guys, 90 Day Fiancé, News Weekly. We're sorry we're a little late, but there was so much drama this week with the tell-all leak, all of these people being quarantined and doing the most online, that we wanted to make sure we could bring you all the goods. So thank you for bearing with us. I'm one of your co-hosts, Linda Antwi, and I'm joined by Ashley.
Hey, you guys. Happy Wednesday. And like Linda said, we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Man. So we're just going to jump in because we got a lot to get through. So first, I want to talk about Angela. So Angela recently showed off her new figure. And there's a completely noticeable difference in her appearance, especially compared to what we saw her on her season of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days with Michael. And she's like all smiles in her recent pictures, and she looks happier and healthier than ever. She's wearing like a two-piece, showing off her midsection.
Really?
And happy that like she's young and refreshed and brand new. Super bold move because we know she's the grandmother of like 5, 6, 7. I don't know how many grandchildren. And in addition to flaunting her midriff, she says she feels great on her new program. She doesn't say what the new program is. Doesn't say how much weight she lost, but there's definitely a noticeable difference.
You know what? I feel like we saw this coming. She got the Botox. She's trying to maintain her youth. So she's like, I'm going to go all the way and just get full on sexy. So shout out to Angela.
Right.
I miss Angela too.
Snaps. And
Snaps all the way around.
And you know what's crazy? And I know people have said this all across social media, but like we looked at Angela crazy, but then we met Lisa. And I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it right
there. That's why I said I miss her.
Yeah. Let's jump into George.
Yeah, so you guys, well, we're going to talk about, let's talk about George, you guys. So he got out of jail. We'll clap him up for that.
Which we reported on last week, that we knew that he was getting out today. Well, he got out a couple of days earlier than we reported, but we kind of knew that was coming.
So his court documents show that he was released on Monday. But we didn't see him surface on social media until Tuesday. And he was released after serving a approximately 2-year term. He was scooped up by his cousin Vincent. They had a drop top Corvette. And they really enjoyed driving around Scottsdale with their hair blowing in the wind. He was just living his best life and really enjoying his, quote, #freedom. They were kind of just going around. He went on live on IG and he was talking to fans and trying to figure out what he was going to eat for his first meal. And he actually ended up grabbing a steak dinner at a restaurant in Scottsdale called Bandera. And they just recently opened up. All the restaurants have been closed down due to quarantine. So they're one of the first to open. But since he's been out, you guys, he's been killing it on social media. Like I said, he's been going live, talking to fans. He actually reached 100,000 followers just in the short amount of time that he's been out. And he made his first TikTok account and his first TikTok video where he featured some prison-inspired workouts, which I think is brilliant. We're all stuck at home. We're all kind of like prisoners in our home, right? So we don't have a lot of gym equipment. You can't really order stuff online because there's nothing available. So he's showing people how to work out with logs, how to do pull-ups on the awnings in your backyard. He's doing push-ups with cinder blocks on his back. George is really enjoying his freedom. And his first IG post on his timeline yesterday, he was posed in front of the Corvette, the drop top Corvette that we saw. And his caption said, "The sky is the limit, #freedom." So I feel like he's really grateful that he's out. and B, I think we're going to see some great things coming from him in the near future. What do you think, Linda, about his release?
1000%. Like, I think that he's super happy to be out. I personally could probably benefit from his prison workouts, considering that these quarantine snacks have been like all over my face,
right,
my arms. I need to get my life together at some point. So between him and Anfisa, I'm about to get right again. So
yes,
good on him.
Yeah, Anfisa's killing it too. They're a power X couple.
Listen. I need some inspiration to get my fitness life correct.
Yes,
moving on to Tom. So Tom has made it completely clear on social media that he's moved past Darcy. He said that he is now off the market, and he quote and unquote said, he's happy to say I have a beautiful woman in my life. And then although he won't reveal who it is, he wants to keep it private. He also warned fans to stop with the quote unquote inappropriate messages. Apparently, this all came after news broke that Shannon from the last episode, who we called while he was having a glass of wine, was actually engaged the whole time that she was talking to Tom. And getting married, set the date, all of that stuff. So some people are thinking it's like a save face and not be made a fool of. So now he's saying that he has a woman, he's keeping it private and all of that. So he's decided that he wants to keep this relationship private, and he's hoping that fans will respect his decision of keeping that part of his life off the internet, which is funny because he's 1000% on the internet all the time. And he said he doesn't want anything to ruin what he has with this woman. He also said that she's important to him. And it's not clear if he's referring to his relationship with Amanda. And I don't know if you guys remember. So after Shannon, there was Amanda, and they were hanging out with, and the names are totally lost in my mind, but they were hanging out with Sinjin and what's his woman's name? Tanya. Yeah. And the guy that, what is it? Michael and Juliana. So we don't know if he's specifically talking about her or if it's someone else. So to be continued, I suppose. But for him to say like he has a new woman and he's off the market, I don't think it's Amanda, because he would have probably said that prior to all of this. What do you think, Ashley?
My thing is, Tom, you make sure you're respectful to your new woman. Don't put that on us. If people slide in your DMs and make weird comments, you can't stop that because you're a public figure. Yeah. You just make sure you stay respectful to your woman. Don't cheat. Don't be a womanizer, and all will be well. You'll be fine. The live chat has a lot to say about him too, Linda.
What they saying?
Kamika said Tom thinks he's all that and he really isn't. Childish and trying to stay relevant. Raydella Lewis said boy bye. Gina B said thirsty. Boy bye. Gina B said thirsty for fame. And Raydella said just like Darcy. So yeah, people aren't feeling Tom. We're done with you. We're moving on.
Facts. Let's move on. Let's move on to Ash.
Yeah, you guys. So Ash came to Avery's defense. He came to protect her, regardless if they're together or not. He still seemingly has Avery's back. So you guys remember like last month when Linda reported that Avery's ex-husband released the 10 truths about Avery, basically saying that she's a bad mother and she doesn't make an effort to see her eldest daughter. He accused her of just overall not being a fit mother and having some mental health issues. So Ash decided to come to her defense and basically refuted everything that was listed on the 10 truths about Avery. He said, I'm quoting him, reading the 10 truths about Avery, allegedly written by her ex-husband, it's hard to sit on the sidelines and not voice myself. I don't know the ex-husband, but I know Avery, and I've seen her care, love, support, and fight for her kids. I've been with Avery close to 16 months on FaceTime and phone calls up to 3 to 4 times a day, and spent time with her, and was lucky to spend time with Silver, her gorgeous little daughter in Seattle. I can share that she's an outstanding mom and conscious, caring, and always putting her little ones first. So, and he went on to describe how like she saved money for her older daughter to have certain electronics during the holiday season. And he gave some solid examples as to why he feels like Avery is a good mom. So I thought that was nice of him to come to her defense, even though they're not together. What do y'all think? Live chat, what do you guys think? Linda, what do you think?
I think that's probably the best thing he's done all season. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. I think it's the best thing he's done all season, and good on him for supporting her, even though they're not together anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that her character is her character, and when you're speaking about a mom, I'm not a mom, but I'll tell you this: when you're throwing stones at moms, people are going to come to your defense, because a mom is going to be a mama bear, and it's not okay to talk crazy, especially from an ex who maybe has something else to prove.
The live chat is chiming in. Joanne here said Avery had an interview on Sherelle about that, and Lisa too says she was a bad mother.
Can we even take Lisa for any type of anything?
Yeah, we do have to consider the source on that.
Because Lisa, come on now.
Geek Girl said, I was happy to see him support Avery. And Raydella said, I heard Avery's ex is a piece of work and is spreading lies. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Speaking of Lisa,
it seemed like there were some ulterior motives with the 10 truths about Avery. Like, why do that? Come on now.
Well, you do that because, custody and child support and, having an ex that all of a sudden has this fame, there's a lot of things it can be. And we never know what people's ulterior motives are. They can be smiling in your face and talking behind your back, which, it is what it is.
Facts.
I want to talk about Lisa, baby girl, Lisa. So we reported last week, Lisa was photoed. Is that a word?
Photo? Yeah.
Is it? Someone took a picture of Lisa at the grocery store with her man, and we all assumed that was her ex-husband. But there's a question about who he is. So apparently she's got another man in her life who is her quote-unquote fiancé. So I guess it's not her ex-husband. And people want to know whether Usman knows that she has a fiancé, because you guys already know that they got married and they're in the process of divorce. But in the meantime, in this whole quarantine season, she has a fiancé. And this news leaked courtesy of someone that lives near Lisa in York, Pennsylvania, and knows her living situation. And they're basically saying that when we reported last week that Lisa was out with her ex-husband, it wasn't actually her ex-husband, it was her new fiance out there shopping. And what's kind of crazy is that since her and her ex share a teenage daughter, everyone thought, okay, she's trying to be cordial and like co-parent. But however, once it leaked online and the story ran, someone local said, hey, guess what? That's not her and her ex-husband being cordial and co-parenting. That's her new man. And no one thinks that Usman knows that she has a new fiance. But are you surprised? And can I just say, for the record, that I've not been married. Lisa has been married now twice, going on her third husband. And I don't know, maybe she has like the secret that I don't know. What do you think, Ashley?
Well, I don't think Usman cares. I think Usman got what he wanted out of the deal, other than coming to the US, but he did get some fame from it. And people now know him. He's got the likes of Angela Yee talking about him. He's got Steve Harvey's talking about him. He's got Chrissy Teigen talking about him. So I think he probably feels like he's in a much better position than he
Oh, for
was
sure.
before the show. So I think at this point he could give a daggone what baby girl Lisa is doing. He's probably go live your best life. I'm gonna go get a pretty young thing and move on with my life and make my music.
For real. And speaking of Lisa, so guys, throughout this news and gossip, we're going to talk about the tell-all, and as probably most of you know, the tell-all leaked, the 10 hours leaked. It was up for about 24 hours before the Discovery Network decided that they were going to do some copyright infringements, and they went hardcore. They were all over social media. They were bringing that down. They were shutting people's pages down. So just know that. But we are going to talk a little bit about some of the leak stuff. And so something that leaked, and again, guys, there'll be a bunch of spoilers. So if you don't want to hear, plug your ears. I'll try to say spoiler alert. So spoiler alert right now. One of the things that Lisa talked about in the 10-hour tell-all that I literally spent 10 hours watching. Stayed up till 4 a.m., woke up in the morning, watched the rest of it, and then boom, it was gone. So I'm glad I did that. But she talked about how when she was in Nigeria, us seeing her walk around, she was having a hard time walking around. And part of the reason that she was having a hard time walking around is that she had like an infection in her foot. So after her trip, she came back to America and went to the doctors, and they tried to save her. Is it pinky toe, Ashley?
Pinky toe, yes.
Perfect. So they tried to save her pinky toe, and they couldn't, so they had to amputate it. So we're about to show you a picture. So I want to warn you that this is graphic. It might be super gross to you. So close your eyes if you're like squirmish like me, because when I saw it, I was like, oh. But we definitely need to show you. So that's gonna pop up next. The only other thing I want to say about Lisa is that she has a lot of things going on now. So what's leaking right now is that she has a criminal record background, and bits of it are leaking, and as it leaks, we'll definitely bring it to you. And that she's getting a reputation for being an online bully, and she'll bully you, and then she'll block you. And I personally know of people that have had that experience with her, and she'll start online fights. And in the tell-all, Ed talks about that with her a little bit, how she bullies people, she picks fights with people, and then she'll block them. So Ed says that she's living her life online and not to believe everything that you see and hear online, but that's exactly what she does. And what I think is funny is like the saying, the pot calling the kettle black, is appropriate because Ed thinks he's a superstar from 90 Day Fiancé, and so does Lisa. So take it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have to consider the source on that as well, because it's like you said, it's the pot calling the kettle black. They're both guilty of living their lives online. 1, they're both trying to ride their 90-day fame till the wheels fall off. So
facts. Let's move on to David.
All right, you guys. So yeah, David has some plans. So according to Blast, in some of the unaired footage from this season and from the tell-all, we saw David propose to. We saw photos of him proposing to Lana at the airport before returning back to the U.S. And David also explained in another clip that he's not with Lana at the moment. But he won't say that he said that he won't say that they won't be together in the future, meaning that there's still a possibility that they will reconnect. Um, but he was asked if they have a wedding date planned, and he said no, not yet, because they still got to go through the visa process and all of that. So it sounds like he's pretty hopeful that they're still gonna be together. But he went on to say this, that his next step is actually to move to the Ukraine. He wants to retire and move there to be with Lana. Linda, is this one of David's made up dreams in his mind, or do you think this is really going to happen? You think he's going to move to the Ukraine to be with Lana?
So, Ashley, I think that because we talk a lot offline, I think that he has mental health issues, and I think that we talked about it on our after show on AfterBuzz TV. I think that he's delusional, and I also think that he has stalker tendencies, and I think that this is part of that. And so, unfortunately, I don't know about you, but I think that like a 55, 60-year-old man should know better and do better, and he's not. So that's what I feel about him.
Facts, yeah. I mean, I think we were all under the impression, I'm looking at the live chat, we were all under the impression that they had actually broken up after the leaks, after the tell-all leaks. But he seems to think that he's going to retire and move there.
Yeah. So again, mental health issues. I want to jump off of that story with you and talk a little bit about the Lana story. So as you guys know, we saw that Lana actually exists, and Lana showed up, and everyone was shook, including myself. So first thing I want to talk about is that one of the reasons that is out there that Lana showed up is because the men that are on the site that David is on, started to complain whether or not they were being scammed, and David was one of them. So what he hasn't told you is that he either emailed, called, whatever. He contacted the website that we know is here in the United States and thought that he was being scammed. The company itself, not only from David, but from other people as well, was getting that feedback. So because it's a business and businesses want to make money, they then reached out to Lana and said, hey, David, come to the Ukraine. We'll make sure that Lana shows up, because guess what? It looks good for business. Because if she's not like a catfish and she actually shows up, she says yes to you in what, a week or two that you stayed there, and yes, I'm going to marry you, and yes, we're going to be together. You know that that's just not true. That's not true. Listen, it's not true. She did it because she wants to keep her job and she doesn't want to be taken off the website. And we all know that it's part of the whole agency she's with and all of that. So that's what happened. And then with the tell-all and the tell-all leak, like Ashley said, we already know that, again, spoiler alert, they're not together. So as of the tell-all, they're no longer together. He hadn't spoken to her in 3 weeks. And he thought that perhaps in the future they'll talk again and perhaps they'll be together again. But like, let's not be delusional anymore. Let's not call it a relationship and your fiance with your cubic zirconia ring, just FYI. No, it's not that. It's not any of that. It's you were being scammed for 7 years, and you talked about how much money you had, and you spent over $100,000. And in the tell-all, actually, he actually says that in the whole 7-year span for the app itself or the website itself, it was $300,000. 100,000 on Lana, but 300,000 in total.
It's a ridiculous amount of money. Ridiculous. The live chat's going crazy. They've got a lot to say about David. Let's see here. Raydella said Lana has been online talking to other men. Another blogger was able to reach out to her and catfish her for a moment. And Kamika said he'll go to the Ukraine and live alone with his laptop. Christina, what?
What's funny is that in the tell-all, they bring Caesar on for David's segment,
right?
And Caesar mentions that Lana and Lana, no, not Lana, Maria. So Maria is Caesar's quote unquote girlfriend. Maria and David talked pre and during. They'll make it really clear, but at the same time that she was like chatting with Caesar, she was chatting with David.
Right. Yeah. But David tried to clear it up and say that it was like in the beginning stages.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Of them. Oh, they're all talking to other people. David, stop.
Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens between David, Lana, or David and his imagination.
Yeah, guys, definitely let us know in the comments what you think about David and Lana and where they're going to end up. Let's move on to Geoffrey and Mary.
Okay, let's do it. So you guys, Geoffrey, one of our favorite, I'm being facetious, one of our favorite 90 dayers. So it's no secret. We all know now that Geoffrey and Varya are not together anymore. But it looks like Mary is posting photos of her and Geoffrey on her Instagram page.
And who's Mary?
Mary is David's friend, Geoffrey's friend, who was introduced to us at the beginning of the season. She's the one that knows all the tea about Geoffrey. She knows about his past, all the drama, and she's actually has always wanted to be with him. But
can I just say, sorry to cut you off, can I just say you called this from like episode 2 or 3, whenever it was. You said, and you've continued to say, that he should just be with her because she knows all his dirty little secrets.
She knows all the dirty little secrets. That's who he needs to be with. So, and this was posted on 187 Anonymous Gossip. Mary posted these very affectionate photos between she and Geoffrey with a caption that said, "Through good days, bad days, and terrible hair days, especially our younger days, I'm thankful I have you all the days." So she's letting it now be known that is her man, and they're together. That's what it appears to be to me. Linda, what do you think?
Yeah, and also shout out to 187 Anonymous Gossip. We get so much tea from you as well. We love you over here, AfterBuzz TV, 90 Day Fiancé, all things. But what I did think was interesting is that he's apparently going to see some quote unquote girl in the next week or so, and everyone's speculating that it's going to be Mary. And then we also know that in the next episode, he goes to see someone. And again, everyone's speculating it's going to be Mary. So, you know, I think
it's Mary. I think it's Mary.
And you know what I think, though? How terrible is it to be Plan B?
Facts.
It's really
but it's
terrible.
like I feel like she's so used to it with him. Like she's just like waiting in the wings. Like, I know you're gonna come to me, and But that's who he needs to mess with. Like, he's living in a dreamland thinking that he's going to get somebody else. Mary, like I said before, knows your dirt. She knows your drama, and she's obviously equipped to handle it. That's who you need to deal with. You need to live in your reality, live in the fact that you have a troubled past. I'm not saying that needs to be your reality moving forward, but you still have to understand that there's repercussions for your past actions, and not everyone's going to be okay with that. So
Yeah,
marry someone that loves you unconditionally, roll with that.
Yeah, and I suppose so. I'm definitely one of those people that are not okay with it. So just jumping off of what you're saying with Geoffrey, one of the things that has come out about Geoffrey is that, so he went to the Ukraine. He went to Russia to propose to Varya. Lo and behold, guys, he was still married and is still married to this day. So that proposal was bunk as far as I'm concerned. And he posted on Instagram and confirmed what we all really already knew about his criminal background. And I'm going to read verbatim what he said. So he said, today was supposed to be my hearing date for the June 2019 allegations. Last year, June.
Okay.
Not just like his, I'll say this forever, not just like a little bit of druggy drug, but his June 2019 allegations. Unfortunately, it has once again been delayed due to the pandemic. I have been very eager to go and reveal the truth surrounding the evidence in question. I have continually requested the earliest possible dates every time so that I expeditiously clear my name. I've been forced to hide under a rock and told that the quote unquote hate will just go away if I ignored it. That is not me, and I can't take constant accusations from people whilst I lie in silence any longer. So, what I get from this post is that he's finally admitting that besides the drug stuff, there's all that domestic abuse, restraining order, all of that stuff is in play. Now, guys, I know a lot of you are wondering, like, well, like how, because remember when the season first came out, there was a lot of protests. Like, how did this dude get on the season with all these felony charges and all of that?
Right.
So it was a loophole. When he got cast, TLC saw that he had a misdemeanor. And so he was able to fly to Russia because it was only a misdemeanor. He filmed that whole time. He came back. By the time he came back, the court system upgraded the misdemeanor to a felony and then attached a bunch of more felonies. And that is why he was able to film. Now, true story about the tell-all and the tell-all leaks, he was not invited to the tell-all. I think TLC was just like, all this stuff, all this felony stuff and the abuse and allegations is too much for us. So he was not invited to the tell-all. So when the tell-all actually does come out, you guys will not be seeing Geoffrey. They invited Varya. Varya declined because she didn't want to be on it without Geoffrey. So you can take whatever you think that means out of that, but she's not on the tell-all either.
Well, obviously they still have a friendship. That's what I take that to mean.
You
The fact
think
that
so?
she's still, yeah, I think they still have a friendship because she feels a sense of loyalty. That reads loyalty to me. The fact that you're not going to be featured on the tell-all because Geoffrey's not there. Obviously there's a friendship that they still have. And it'll be interesting to see how TLC handles these new criminal charges that we're learning about Lisa moving forward. Like if she was going to be offered another show on TLC on the 90-day franchise, it'll just be interesting to see if her allegations are taken as seriously as Geoffrey's, depending on the nature of them, of course.
True. Let's move on. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I heard Rebecca got some new hair. New hair, who this?
Yes, Rebecca. I gotta tell you, I kind of still really love Rebecca.
Okay.
She's kind of my favorite. So Rebecca, as you guys know, we reported last week, I think it was, or the week before, that Ziad is in America and they're together and they're quarantine bays. But she posted a new photo of herself. She's got pink hair, don't care. And she says, felt like mixing up my look. And it's funny that I said pink hair, don't care, because she hashtags it new hair, don't care, pink hair, like my hair, thanks, just bought it. Which is funny, Brie, if you are listening, I think it might be a wig because she says she just bought
Just
it.
bought it.
Yeah, no filter,
On top
and
of
then
which,
she has.
just chiming in here, guys. Brianna in the booth. Also, it's I don't know because I don't know what it's like where she lives, but like our hair salons are closed.
Our hair salons, our beauty supplies. So what hookup you got, girl?
Yeah, yeah. So I was just reading that hashtag. So I think Brie called it earlier in our production meeting that might be a wig. So it probably is. Um, so there's that, and then it leaked online their marriage certificate, and they got married on April 19th of this year. And so, yeah, they're legal, and people are wondering what's Ziad gonna do for a job while he's out here. What are they doing together? We know that she recently just moved into a new apartment with him, and they're doing a bunch of like home decorating and making furniture and all of that stuff. So it should be interesting to see what their journey is like. What do you think, Ashley?
I think the hair looks great. And I'm interested to see what their journey looks like. I love it. I love it when women can throw on the pink hair, the blue hair, because I don't feel like I could pull it off. So if you can pull it off and it looks good, like it looked good on her,
I wish
I'm
I
all
could pull
for
it
it.
off. I wish I could. I like that rainbow hair, like Erica. If I could do that, woo!
Oh yeah, Erica's hair is cute on her.
Yeah,
Oh, so Brenda B in the live chat said hook up Amazon. So maybe she did order it from like an online hair retailer
that makes
or
sense.
maybe Amazon. Yeah, that makes sense because for sure all of the in-person salons, like Bree said, and beauty supplies are closed.
Right,
So.
absolutely. Let's move on to Anfisa.
Oh, you guys, so Anfisa, I know we've been talking about her for the past few weeks now, but she is just killing it. So we all have the opportunity to look like Anfisa, or we could at least try to if we work out with her, because she's got this new app that she's launching, her new workout app, and she's offering $1 workouts with her for the first month if you sign up. So apparently the app will be available on Google Play and your regular app store that you have on your iPhone. So she's posting. If you follow her on Instagram, she posts her workouts. She's posting her new app, like I said, and it looks like it's all coming together. She's on her boss babe move, as we can see. And just a quick update on her educational journey, you guys. She just posted on her Instagram story this actually today a welcome packet from University of California of Irvine. So it appears that she may be going there. I know last week I reported that she had an acceptance letter from UC Santa Barbara, but she got another acceptance and obviously a welcome packet from California, UC Irvine. So shout out to her. She got those offers coming in and she's making boss moves, and I'm not mad at her. Go ahead, girlfriend. Do the damn thing.
So one, I totally need to do the $1 for 1 month and try to get my life together in that 1 month.
Yeah.
And second, she has a new boo, and online right now, the whole drama is that she has deleted all pictures of him from her Instagram, and people are thinking that they broke up and all of that. But he chimed in and said that he requested that she take his photos down. They're still together. He was on his way to see her. I think that he can't take, because, you know, us 90 Day fans, and I'll say a lot of us, not me specifically, but a lot of us are rabid fans, and I don't think he could take the heat. So he was like, I'm good.
Right. I saw someone ask him about it. Like they pressed him about it in his comments, like, why did Anfisa take your photo down? He was like, well, it was just one photo that I asked her to take down. It wasn't a bunch of them. So I wasn't sure what to believe in that moment. I was like, okay, is he being honest? But he probably is. You're right. The 90 Day fans can be intense sometimes. So he couldn't take the heat, so he got his butt out the kitchen.
Facts. Let's move on to Cory. Guys, Cory Evelyn. Last week we reported that Evelyn was on onlyfans.com, a paid site where you pay for a membership and you see all these sexy, racy photos. And I guess Cory wanted to get in on the action. So he's going to sell his body for cash as well. And I know that we're in quarantine and we're in hard times. A lot of the 90 Day people do like cameos and all of that, and you pay a specific amount of money and they'll shout you out and all of that. But Cory is taking it to a whole new level as far as I'm concerned. And he's doing stripteases. So, and it's a quote: I will perform a striptease for you, a friend or loved one. Great for birthdays and special occasions. He says in brackets, this is not X-rated, folks, only for fun, for $39. So guys, if you want to see Cory strip down for you for like $40, he's willing to do that, and that's his new side hustle.
Are you paying $39 to see Cory strip?
Me?
Yeah, me neither. That's a lot of money to see him strip.
First of all, he was not a favorite for me. I feel he's in the delusional phase as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's not gonna be my $40. My $40 is probably gonna go to like some nail polish and some other stuff.
Right. Everyone in the live chat is saying no. Raydella Lewis said no. Geek Girl said ew. Brenda B said Cory needs the coin. Selwonk said waste of money. And Geek Girl also said, oh yeah, he lost 40K for her bar. So yeah.
Oh my God, Selwonk, I'm having a moment with you right now. I totally owe you an apology. Ashley, you're right. I saw your comment. I think I apologize in the comments, but last week, guys, I corrected Ashley when she said he and not she, and I said she, but it's a he. So Selwonk, we love you. You've been with us since day one, and my bad.
He was a good sport about it.
He really was, and I
just assumed that Selwonk was a male. I just from his comments, some of his commentary. So I just assumed. So
I felt terrible. I felt terrible.
No, I think he was okay with it. He was a good sport.
Yeah. Let's move on to Danielle. Y'all. So Danielle from Muhammad and Danielle has a new side hustle as well. And I just need to pull it up because I want to be 1000% accurate. And it's crazy to me. So she, yeah, for real. So she started a I'll say sex products business. And she says, I have an exciting announcement to make. I've just started my very own business with Pure Romance. Thanks for your support as I begin this new career. Discover all the buzz, what all the buzz is about. And then she gives the website. And then posts in her stories, guys. Okay, so I want to give a little backstory. Do you guys remember her season with Muhammad? Do you remember it,
Yes,
Ashley?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so one of their issues was sex. And specifically, I don't even know how to say it without sounding ridiculous, so I'm just going to say it. But one of the issues was her scent, I guess. Is that the best way to say it?
Yeah.
So this next post is fascinating to me. So she says, sorry, Mom, I gotta say it, I'm just quoting. Get your free Coochie shave cream and body dew for free when you place an order of $100 or more. And then there's like this picture, as you guys could probably see on the screen, of, buy two, get something free. And I just thought, good on you for turning that situation into something that you can profit on, because maybe it works. Because if we think what she said and what Muhammad said is true from her season, and she tried these products and it's all roses and daisies now, then she can personally attest that the products work. Oh my God, I sound ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Like, I'm no longer smelly. It works. Get your coochie cream now.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. Guys, are you going to be buying this pure romance product? Let us know in the comments for sure. Let us know in the live chat what you guys think, because I think it's a
Really,
lot.
really quick, Kamika said, I ain't buying nothing from that cray cray woman.
Kamika, I'm right there with you. Let's move on to Anna. So Anna and Marcel. Anna posted a picture on her Instagram. And again, guys, bear with me real quick. She, as we all know, is a beekeeper. And she posted this photo that just was like so disturbing to me. I was like, I don't think I could ever be a beekeeper. Her face is completely bruised and swollen from being stung by one of her bees in the face. What do you think, Ashley? Could you do it?
No, I have no interest in hanging out with bees for this
Right?
reason. Because they sting. You will get injured.
Injured and like I got stung by a bee once when I was a kid on my foot, and that hurt. Like I can't even tell you how much it hurt. It hurt so much. So I can't imagine. Like it's like right on her face by her eye. I can't imagine
Um, Brenda B said, Anna always posted her bee stings.
that. Girl. She says, I'm not much into selfies, but hey, how often does a sting like this happen? Once every 5 years? Question mark. First bee sting of the year, opening up the nukes to let the bees out. One of the bees wasn't very happy. Dude, it's too much for me.
That's a little much. Time for a career change.
I mean, if it's making you money and you got you and you're okay with workplace injuries, I'm all about it. But
Obviously, Marcel wasn't there to help out.
for real, for me, couldn't do it. I'm not into it. Let's move on to Ashley from Ashley and Jay. As you guys, most of you guys know, I've always been Team Ashley. I really have. Like, I just really have. I feel like she had her heart in the right place, but I know that I'm going to get dragged in the comments for this, but I just was Team Ashley. I don't know why specifically. But recently, Ashley launched a lingerie collaboration, and she's being dragged on the internet because the photo she posted of herself in her new lingerie brand seems to be a ripoff from Teen Mom star Farrah Abram. And I'm just going to read what it says. So Starcasm.net said, Former 90 Day Fiancé star Ashley _90 just released the first item from her Ashley Smith collection lingerie line. She's working with the same lingerie company that partnered with former Teen Mom star Farrah Abrams back in 2017. Is it just me, or does Ashley's Lorem Redire teddy look a little familiar? And you can see in the photo that they look exactly like the same thing.
The same, for sure.
And then the online blogger that posted this said, "This just made my day. Thank you. Don't forget Ashley's stellar PR team reps the same Farrah as well. And other Teen Mom cast members. First, she copies my sanitizers. Then she copies Farrah's lingerie, much like she copied her mother's lupus." So there's a lot of shade going on there.
Wow.
What I will say is that according to the online universe, that they had, because Farrah ended her contract with this specific lingerie company because they ended up not paying her. They're saying that all this stock was overstock from back in 2017, so they just recycled it with Ashley. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't think much about it. I feel like she's just trying to, use her platform to make a coin. The live chat is not feeling it. They're saying that Ashley needs self-love, looks way too similar, going back to Jay after he disrespected her in every way. So sad. That's not even a dupe. I can't with Ashley. She needs to go away. Ashley needs attention. So they're saying she's thirsty for fame. So everyone is not feeling it. So I'm not sure how well this lingerie line is going to go for her. But
We'll see, guys. We'll definitely see. Let's move on to Annie. So as you guys all know, Annie is pregnant and having her first kid with Robert. And she's just like a beautiful mom. So she posted a pregnancy picture that I just wanted to share with you guys. And I personally am predicting that it's a girl because the pink and white socks looks like it'd be girly. And if you guys look at the photo, you know how Robert seems like a scrub, right?
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. Look at that ring. That I don't even have to blow that up. That ring is like blinding my eyes. So,
right.
we don't know how much is scripted and all of that stuff, but I'm feeling this whole look. I'm feeling all of it.
She looks gorgeous.
Gorgeous, right?
Definitely having a girl with the pink socks.
Okay, guys, I guess I'm going to get into this. I'm moving on to Big Ed.
All right.
Okay. I need a moment of silence. Big Ed. I'll start with Big Ed. As you guys know, and I said this last week, and I'll say it again, Big Ed loves to go live. I get alerts like every other minute of him going live with someone. He went live last week with Holly, I Am Who I Am. And I guess Holly did a bait and switch and basically showed some porn. And everyone was like up in arms because instead of just like ending the live immediately, it was there for a good minute before he decided that, oh, I'm going to end this live. And then he went live with an underage girl, which everyone thought was inappropriate. And Ashley and I talked about last week. So definitely make sure you check out our show from last week. So there's that. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is, so we know that he has been accused of sexual harassment and assault. And again, shout out to 1-800 187 Anonymous Gossip. I don't know 100. 1-800, call me. 187 Anonymous Gossip posted some photos of the girl that has been on TikTok accusing Ed of sexual harassment and assault. And so the first photo you'll see, it's him and her. She's like in this white dress, and you see that they clearly knew each other. And then you see a photo of him and her in Tijuana, black and white, hanging out. And then it says, over the past few weeks, there have been sexual assault allegations made about Big Ed from Lorda via her TikTok. In her video, she claims that he groomed her, and I want you guys to hold on to that, groomed her for 9 months, and that he sexually harassed and assaulted her. Then she said that she ended up in the hospital. 90 Day Fiancé Big Ed Brown sexual assault accuser reveals disturbing new details in an exclusive. Now, I don't know the exclusive. I haven't seen the exclusive. As soon as I hear about it, find out about it, I will definitely bring it to you guys. But that's the big thing. Now, I just feel like really gross. An online blogger posted about Big Ed, and I'm going to read it, and then Ashley and you and I can talk about it. So this woman posts on 90 Day Fiancé TV shows on February 23rd, so a few months ago. And she says, delete if not allowed. I was on Instagram and read a little bit ago about Ed's last life. I even said earlier on some posts that Ed had not gone live in days, which he does without a fail, which I've said earlier, I've said last week, all of this stuff. He goes on a lot because he thinks he's famous. Well, I guess he got banned from making live videos because of his last one. He was talking to some kid with a really long neck about Pornhub. And after hanging up, he spoke to a 9-year-old girl, 9 years old. And then this online blogger has a post about it with a picture of the kid. And I guess he asked the girl a question her mom heard and reported. But this is what Ed does. Here's a few screenshots I've taken because somebody said a week ago I was a liar, ... he's a pig. So from all of that, he went on live with like a teenage boy, talked about Pornhub and whatever else. I didn't see the live, so I can't speak on it. Well, what he did do after he got off of that late at night was then went on with a 9-year-old. And I said this last week, and I'm going to say it again. Ed's 55? No grown man should be talking to no underage girl at any time by themselves. It's inappropriate. If the parent is not there, what are your intentions? And I also said, if you watched our show on AfterBuzz, that there were a couple of things that I wasn't sure about with Ed. And one of the things is, if you see his cameos, you see that he always dresses up. He's got like frog outfits and like bunny outfits and all of these different outfits as a grown man, which I don't know what grown men you know, but I know that I don't know anyone that has all these quote unquote costumes, right? That's number one. Number two, I talked about on our AfterBuzz show how, you know, when you're growing up, your parents, at least my parents, were like, stay away, don't take candy from strangers, stay away from like strange vans that are driving down the street, and never stop with a grown man that has any type of animal, especially a puppy, that wants you to come and say hello to their puppy. And we know that Teddy is something that he has in every, or at least 90% of his pictures and videos online. And just put all that together and come to your own conclusion. That's all I'm saying. So when the accuser talks about grooming, those are all grooming attributes. So I don't know
I
they're
will
all
also add,
accusations.
Linda, sorry to
Yeah.
cut, not mean to cut you off, that if you watch his lives recently, he like makes a very big point now to be like, are you 18? I can't talk to you if you're not 18, or if you don't have a parent present. So if like this happened back with this woman and everyone accusing him, that would make sense that now he's like being extra cautious about it.
It's
And
gross.
I thought before all of this happened, he was doing that, but apparently not.
But here's the thing, like, why are you even doing that? Like, I'm just not okay with it. I'm not okay with it. I haven't been okay with it. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know, because we don't know. We don't know what the truth is. But I can only go by what I've seen, what I've researched, and what I've heard. And so far, this behavior is just not okay with me.
Facts. And the sad thing is that he has a daughter. So it's like, I'm sure when your daughter was growing up, you wanted her to be protected and not exposed to predators. So um why are you basically doing that to other people? And he shouldn't be, and more to what you were saying, Linda, he shouldn't be talking to underage boys or girls. Um, just because it's inappropriate. What do you guys have to talk about? There's
Yes.
nothing that a 50-plus-year-old man has in common with a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old.
Nine. How about 9?
Oh yeah, 9. You
And
have
I
nothing,
want to
y'all
say
have
this.
nothing in common.
I don't
So
have
yes.
children. I don't have children yet, but like, dude, my 9-year-old in the middle of the night is not talking to some random dude. Like, parents, get your ish together. That's all I have to say. We have to move on. Let's talk about real quick, guys. Do you guys remember Benjamin? What's that? Yes, let's do it. I thought we could have. Let's do it. We're gonna play a video, Big Ed, so you guys can see. Oh, the merchandise. So I say all
Oh
that
yeah.
to say because I totally forgot because I got totally caught up. So Big Ed was selling stickers and now he's selling merchandise. So I'm gonna just throw that out there for you guys to decide what you think. Are y'all gonna be buying Big Ed merchandise? Definitely let us know in the comments below. Let us know in the live chat. I want to talk about Benjamin. And do you guys remember Benjamin and Nika? Do you remember her, Ashley?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so do you remember Benjamin's ex? And guys, don't crucify me because I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right, but Haniqua, which is his ex-wife.
Okay.
So turns out, which I super think is fascinating, because when his season was on and she came out and basically blasted him for being a deadbeat dad and cheap and not supporting their child together, et cetera, et cetera. Turns out, online blogger, founded by PLC, which everyone knows, everyone kind of loves, she has a podcast, and her co-host is Haniqua,
Mm.
which I am surprised by. And why I'm surprised by is because I'll just say it. I feel like when Benjamin was on 90 Day Fiancé and she was saying all that stuff online and saying all that stuff on social media, she was kind of getting in on that 15 minutes of fame.
Mm-hmm.
And then now all of a sudden you're a 90 Day Fiancé co-host, so you're an expert. I don't know. What do you think? Is it a little like too close for comfort for you?
Yeah, for sure. Well, we know what she's trying to do. You know, she wants that. We saw it early on. Like she wanted to hop on to get that the 90 what is it, the 90-day platform, the 90-day fame.
Yeah.
We see people do that all the time. They're not turning it down, that's for sure. And they're gonna drag it out as long as they can.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Guys, so a couple of things are happening tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. on AfterBuzz TV. If you guys watch Team Mom, you definitely have to check out the Fair interview. So remember, we just talked about Farrah and Ashley and the off, the takeaway, what am I trying to say? The
The lingerie,
lingerie
yeah.
spoof, yeah. She's
Okay.
going to be on AfterBuzz TV. So you guys definitely want to check that out. We're definitely going to ask her those same questions and how she feels about the lingerie brand back in 2017 being recycled with Ashley. So make sure you're liking, subscribing to Teen Mom so that you can get the alert for when they go live. And tomorrow, guys, if you guys watch our 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days after show, one of my co-hosts is Stacey Olivas, and her and I are going live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're talking all things 90 Day Fiancé, and we want your input, and we want your feedback, and we want your theories leading up to the tell-all, because I feel like there's so much going on that we just all need to get on the same page, and I want to hear from you guys. We all want to hear from you guys, so make sure you check us out tomorrow, 12 noon on Instagram. Follow Stacey _Olivas. Linda is so girly, and we're going to be on 90 Day Fiancé now, so make sure that you are checking them out specifically because that's where we're going live.
Yes.
And last but not least, I want to talk about the tell-all leak.
Okay.
Guys, the tell-all leak was 10 hours. I watched it, and there's a lot. And spoiler alert, I want to talk about Lisa real quick. Lisa was outrageous to me, and she used every cuss word that it was ever made to mankind. She called Sean Robinson, the host, an effing disgusting bitch. She had a fight with Big Ed. She talked about her amputated toe. She went off on Avery, and she went off on Big Ed, and her and Big Ed had like a whole thing going on. And Big Ed, I think he grated everyone's nerves because everyone he got on with basically had disdain for him. And then they did a lot with David, and Caesar comes on, and Caesar talks about it, and we talked about it earlier in this episode. There was just so much. It was 10 hours. So I'm interested on how they're going to edit it down to like 4 hours, part 1, part 2, 2 and 2 hours. Because that 10 hours for that first part, all the juice was in that 10 hours. Ashley, what do you think?
Yeah, I was shocked at a lot of, first of all, I was shocked that the whole 10 hours were leaked. B, I was just shocked at some of the things that came out, like the fact that Lisa called Usman the N-word, and the fact that Lisa's friend got on going back and forth with Usman's friend, and it just was very, I put in one of the comments, this is very Jerry Springer adjacent. Like it got dirty. And it was kind of not kind of, it was very classless. And I think Lisa stole the show, but not in a good way.
Yeah, but I gotta tell you this: out of all the 90 Day Fiancé tell-alls, this was the best one ever. If you're looking for drama and if you're looking for nonsense, and like Ashley said, if you're looking for like Jerry Springer adjacent, this tell-all brings it. Because I've watched since day one all the tell-alls, and they're like kind of boring. They bring us nothing new. The questions have nothing. But Sean Robinson, I guess she's hearing the feedback because she went all in. And I applaud her for spending 10 hours on this first part and not going crazy because she had the crazies. And spoiler alert again, none of the couples from this season, not one of them, that we spent this entire 14, 15 episode season, none of them are together.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Guys, we're out of time. Thank you so much for joining us. Should we do some quick shout outs, Ashley?
Yes, you guys, we have 238 people in the live chat. You guys have been awesome tonight. I've been watching all of your commentary, laughing, trying not to be disruptive, but you guys have the funniest input and comments, and I love it all. Thank you, Geek Girl. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, BJGW, Joanne. I said Geek Girl, Brianna, Judy's, Gina B, Sel Wonk, of course. S for Ray. She's always in our comments and always supports us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Hannah Walker, Kelly Fitzgerald, Estella, Brenda B, Ray Della, of course, Kamika, Annabelle, Sarah. And I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody, Heather, but we are running out of time and I don't want to take up too much time. But thank you guys all so much for hanging out with us. You definitely bring so much light to the show, and we appreciate you. If you guys can do us a quick favor and give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And yeah.
That's it, guys. Same time next week. Always in gossip, same place. Make sure to follow us all across social media. I'm at Linda So Girly. We appreciate you joining us at home. Stay safe. Definitely keep sending me all the tidbits and news and gossip. I love it, guys, and I report on it, and I'll shut you out. We appreciate you. Ashley?
Yes, we appreciate you guys. You guys can find me on Instagram at Ms. Ashley Marie. You can slide in my DMs. I do respond. I love chatting with you guys. Y'all are always so open and candid with your thoughts. So it's always funny to me, but we love you guys.
Love it. Tomorrow, you got Teen Mom, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, AfterBuzz TV. You got 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Me and Stacy on Instagram Live at 90 Day Fiancé now. Make sure to check us out. Bye for now, guys.
Bye. Good night. Get some rest, y'all.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.